Hey guys, it's Sam. I guess I'm coming on to show you a different planner setup than I had previously thought I would be sharing with you guys. I swear, I thought I had everything figured out, and then I've just gone back and forth. And what I'm gonna do is keep multiple planners in play so that I can pick whatever I want up and choose from day to day and not start from scratch. I'm not even sure how this happened, and I think that this is forever going to be my problem. It's just constantly a battle between a book-bound planner and a rings planner. I love moving things around in a rings planner so much, but also nothing beats opening up a book and just being able to write in it and then going back through and seeing all of your memories, the pros and the cons. You carry this book with you all year, and it has the life that you've lived, and it just is filled with all of the memories. And a ring planner, you seem to fill up with more stuff, and then you have to take things out, and where do you store them? The positives for the ring planners that you can't get from a book bound is that you can rearrange and reorganize, and I feel like I have to put all of my open browser tabs into a place, and a bound book is never going to really give me that unless I use a bunch of the Hobonichi little companion books, but that's another story. I'm thinking of making kind of a collection book out of that so that I can carry it forward with me throughout multiple years for information that maybe won't change. But I'm not even sure if I need something like that because I feel like a lot of times with rings, I end up setting things up and buying more inserts than I actually really need just to kind of fill out the planner. Oh boy, I'm a mess, and I readily admit that to you guys. But I also know that a lot of people are in the same place that I am. So I guess welcome, because we're all mad here, right? But for whatever reason, I don't even know, I just decided to pick up my Hobonichi weeks. So I do, let me see, what is even the point of this video? I guess the point of this video was to share with you my Hobonichi weeks and that I'm using it again. So maybe I'll just do a little flip through, because I haven't really shared a lot of this year because I've hopped around with things so much. For the immediate future, I am using a pen that I have used throughout the time that I have used the weeks, the last several years, pretty consistently and with good success, but it also has its downfalls. So I'll just start there, because one of my main gripes with the Hobonichi weeks is that I feel like I don't have the feedback and control from this lovely paper, and that the pens feel kind of sloppy to me, and I just feel like if my handwriting doesn't look neat to me, I don't like it. That's just a personal problem. But this is a felt tip pen from the brand U Brands. I do have some of the different options in my Amazon link, which will be in the description box. But you can also get some more limited, no, they're more limited available at Target in just a couple of different colors. You're going to find more offerings on Amazon than you will in person, but if you just want to run by your Target, spend $6 or $7 on a 3-pack and give them a try. The problem with felt tip pens for me is that I like to attack my paper, and the nibs wear down before the ink runs out, so I feel like it's kind of wasteful, but I'm trying to make it happen. So I'll do a little bit of a flip through here, and also kind of tell you how all of this started. I don't know when and what order, because I never plan what I'm going to say. I just think, well, I'll just share this with the planner universe and just go with it. Prior to this, I was going to be sharing that I moved from personal rings to Pocket Plus to A6 rings, and I love the A6 rings size, the layout of the squarishness. You get more place side to side to write things, and I really, really love it. That I just started a fitness journey. I'm really, really serious about digging in and getting healthy, and I want to have a place where I write how I'm feeling, successes, failures, non-scale victories that I can go back and look at when I am having a bad day, and a place to like record all my workouts. And I can do all of those things in rings, but I guess my thing was almost like I don't often feel like I have a reason to journal or have a diary, but that's the kind of thing that I need to go back and look at, and that I will go back and look at. And I was like, well, I don't really think I want to have it on these pages that I'm going to slip, the holes. And I'm really, really, really serious about this. And I know that I've done this in the past, and I really need to dig in and do it. And I'm doing really well. And I feel like I need a place where I can chronicle that and kind of be proud of myself for the journey, if that makes sense. And that screamed bound book to me. And so I was automatically like, what am I gonna write in? Do I need a stalogy? Do I this? And I was like, you're not gonna have a lot to say. Just put it in the back of your Hobonichi. And so I kind of started writing a few things in the weeklies to see if it was something that I could do, and I was feeling okay, so here we are. So yeah, the reason how this happened, I guess, is coming first. I'm gonna skip this section. It's like my cycle tracker and all of that, and this starts my monthly pages. I haven't done a lot of back planning or anything with these pages, as you'll see. I have not been keeping up as much with the monthlies, and I still even have to do like washi tape and stuff. But I have dates filled out as I know they're coming for the year, with birthdays, stuff like that. And let's see, I haven't put my trip in. Anyway, so I did start using this at the beginning of the year. I don't usually like back plan the end of the year prior. So I started the first week of January, and the truth is it's not been a regular thing, but I frequently come back in here and do my back planning, because all along I really kind of hoped that the Hobonichi weeks would somehow make, like, half the time I want to cling to this book like it's my oxygen, and the other half of the time I want to throw it as far away from me as possible. And it just depends on which one of those things I'm feeling in any given moment. But I've used the Hobonichi enough to know that I do like to look through this book. So I tried as much as possible to keep up with it. So when I went through over the weekend to back into this planner, I only had to back plan a couple of weeks. So this was one of the weeks that I had to back plan. And is this? I guess it's gonna storm or rain here, and it just suddenly got dark. Hopefully you guys can still see. So this is one of the weeks that I had some of the information already filled out, but I had to like finish it. And when you haven't used a planner like in real time, I feel like you have more empty spaces, so you can fill it with other stuff to kind of fill that space with. I'm not a heavy deco user, but if it fits, I'll throw it in. This is one that I back planned, and I had started using different kinds of pen, again, trying to come up with something that I could use besides this pen, because I want to use something else, but it's working, so I'm gonna stick with it for now. So I took like a razor and I slit this page out of a mega that I'm not using, and I glued it down with like the glue stick glue. And it's like an archival blah blah blah, nice one, and just stuck the pages down as best I could. And Not this week, but I think the week after that maybe I had to do the same thing. Oh, nope. I guess not. So I have also been, if I'm very careful, I have been able to, in the 0.7, come in and write with the Uniball Jetstream, which makes me really happy because I have hated this pen for as long as I have been introduced to it. I still don't really love it as much in the 0.5, but I was using this in the Commit 30. I've been using this in my ring planners, in the regular paper, and I use a Uniball 1.0 exclusively at work all of the time. I have now fallen in love with this pen, but I still had not been having success writing in this pen in this paper. But if I slow down, I can use it. I just have to work slowly. I still don't know if I prefer it as much as the way it looks when I use the felt tip. Oh, it is raining. But just knowing that there's another option there and that I have to slow down to use it is good. And the great thing is that both this pen and this pen, you can pretty much immediately highlight with Tombow, which I've just come to love as a highlighter in my planner. You have to let this one dry just a tiny bit. If you're using the 0.7 in this as opposed to the 0.5 that it comes with in the Hobonichi pens, you have to let it dry just a little bit, like just a couple of seconds, and then you can highlight pretty quickly over it. So those are the kinds of things that are important to me for my Hobonichi, knowing that I can write then highlight, which doesn't work with every pen. And so I feel like I'm winning either way, whatever I decide for between those two pens. This was the other week that I had to cut and paste. You can kind of see it if you, yeah, oh, this one isn't sticking as well. But yeah, I'll have to put some more glue here. But this I just pasted over, and that has become my new standard. That has become one of my like Hobonichi hacks, which it causes you to buy a whole other Hobonichi weeks, but it keeps you from, if you're a perfectionist like I am, wanting to throw your planner out for every mistake that you make. So this one was also, well, I had some things filled out in the week that I pasted over, but I was hating the way that it looked. It was one of those experimental weeks because I was like, well, I'm not using this planner anyway, so I might as well just try something different, and I was hating it, so I covered it up so I could make it a little bit more easy on my eyes. So this one, I think I just filled in a couple of things. At the end of the week, I had kept this one up pretty good. And then this week I messed up, but there's really no going back because I don't want to paste another page in. But like I didn't really have a lot going on Friday, but then I just went to the next space and yeah, I messed it up, but it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. And then this week that I back planned, there was like, I don't know, this is like a huge planner funk that I was going through at this point in the week, and I wasn't writing anything down anywhere, and so that's why I put a sticker down here just to kind of take up the space. And that's, I think, something that a lot of us do if we have like a not heavy plan week, or if we haven't, been motivated to bring our planner with us or whatever, and we have empty spaces, just fill it with stickers and then you're probably good to go. I feel like it's hailing or something outside. Oh my gosh. So this week is, I'm in it, and I really hope that this sticks. But I do have plans. So I'm going to use, now this isn't a mega, this is a regular, but I don't usually write a ton. If I find that I am writing more than I anticipated, I do have those little notebooks that I can, spill over. They're small, they'll tuck right into the Hobonichi if I need to start using one of those books. I can't imagine using more than one. So at the end of the year, I would just tuck it in the back of this and then put it on the shelf. So far, the Hobonichi has been the only planner that I have saved throughout the years. So I still have all of them, even the ones that I've partially used. This weather is crazy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm going to seem silly if you can't hear it. So that's what I plan to do. I have some things that I did like do in like my initial setup, which I have really not done anything with. I do think I'll paste printables in here. Maybe, I don't know. What I'm coming to realize is if the Hobonichi Weeks is going to work for me, I'm going to have to lean less heavily on like the back page setup and think of it more of how I can just jot things down day to day, like in a bullet journal form / journal for when I need it. I'm gonna also have to see if it ends up being that I'll need to go back to a mega or not. I really do prefer the slimness of the regular weeks, but we'll see. And then I am going to be using this 365 tracker for my workouts. Yeah, and this I just got, this Moterm cover. So I have quite a bit of Hobonichi covers still left, and I'm gonna do the thing. I have some lovely, beautiful veg tan ones, and I have so much to choose from. But I am so like freaky about my leathers staying and looking nice, and officially this is a leather cover, but it's nothing like the veg tan leather covers, and so I feel like I don't have to be in any way precious with this. And here's the thing, like at the moment I don't feel like putting this in something to protect it and then putting it in my bag, and it just takes up too much mental space and I don't want to worry about it. And I'm the person that, like all of the people who love a worn in cover, can't handle around them, because when I pull this out of my bag and it has like a scratch or a mark or something on it, it just freaks me out and I instantly don't love it anymore. And I'm like, I can't be doing that right now. So I think I'm gonna try to do the whole wallet planner combination again. I don't any longer carry very many cards, and I have a Portland leather mini bifold wallet that I absolutely adore. And so I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to make myself make the switch, but I also just like the idea of things being simplified. I think that I'd put stickers here, and I've been carrying just a little bit of cash for like tips at the car wash, and I think that I can, you know, really make that a useful thing that I would just be able to easily pick up and go with, and will fit in most of my bags. But I just kind of was like, well, if I'm gonna make this work, I really do think that I want it in a cover, although I also have this to go in the back of the Hobonichi. I wish they'd bring these in more colors though, because I'm really tired of looking at only the yellow. That's one of the things. If this was a more neutral color, I'd probably lean on this a lot more, because I do like the very small footprint of a Hobonichi Weeks outside of a cover, but this keeps it closed when you have this out of the cover, because there's another pocket back here in the clear cover that looks just like this. And then of course there's a pen loop, and so really you have everything you need, and then it takes up no space. Whereas when you get into covers, it's obviously bulkier, but when you have a regular Weeks, it's a little less bulky anyway. But yeah, I was like, if I'm gonna use a cover, I'm gonna not want to put it in a something. I really wanted to get one of the zipper covers, but I really wanted a rust because I'm obsessed with the Gillio rust, and so far I have not allowed myself to pull the trigger because I'm like, you're gonna be so precious with it and then you're gonna be worried. And I don't think that I like that the Moterm versions of the zip are wider, and I don't think that I want that like bulky footprint. So far I've done nothing and purchased nothing else besides this, but this was a minimal investment, unlike Gillio. So this one is just the Moterm pebbled leather in taupe, which it's a very nice neutral, and I don't have to worry about it throwing it in my bag. And so we'll see what I do with my pen. We'll see how long this lasts. Right now, this combination, I'm enjoying the Hobonichi weeks again, and I just wanted to share that with you. I can't promise that this will be the planner that I'll be in at the end of the week, at the end of the day, the end of the month, but I will check back in and talk about if it worked or not with you. Are you team rings, team strings, or bound book, or a combination of all of those? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. And if you're new here or haven't subscribed yet and would like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing. Thanks so much as always for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye guys.